Hey YouTube, my name is Rich, and today we are out for some throttle therapy. Name of the channel is Rich the Return Rider. For all of you guys that's here for the first time, thanks for tuning in. For you folks that are return viewers, I appreciate you coming back. For you folks that's here for the first time, welcome to the channel. This is my journey back into riding motorcycles. I am here in Lake City, Florida. I'm out to run some errands, guys, and I am going to take you guys along for a ride while we have a conversation that's something that concerns me. I am on Ruby. This is my 2019 Honda Goldwing manual. Manual, guys. To manual or not to manual. I have already done that video. But one of the things that I'm going to be talking about today that I'm concerned about. Now, let me address something before I get started here. Recently heard a YouTuber talking about how boring it is to ride a motorcycle in Florida. And I gotta tell you folks, I know we don't have all the twisties and the hills and the mountains and so forth. But the thing that we do here is we ride year round. Today a 73-degree day, and we are in the month of February 20th to be exact. But yeah, so again, we don't have all the mountains and the twisties and so forth. I am going to get the opportunity to do a little bit of that tomorrow as I'm riding down to Orlando from Lake City. I'll be running through the area of Clermont. There's some little bit of elevations and so forth in that area. One of the few places in Florida, area called Sugarloaf Mountain that's over there, that some of the bicycle riders come from all over the country and in some cases all over the world to do something called a Horrible 100. But we're going to get off of that topic while I give a brief video here of my concern. So I'm watching the likes of someone, a YouTuber called Motor Mingy. Started watching this channel as of late. And again, like most of the Honda riders, this guy have lots of riding experience, have covered quite a bit of territory on different motorcycles. He's now a DCT owner of the Honda Goldwing, have rode Harleys and so forth in the past. And I was watching his video and realized that we are in danger of losing the manual. Now, he did do a little review talking about the different models of the Goldwing for 2023, the limited colors. But one of the things that I heard that concerned me, and I had a feeling this was coming, is that Honda seemed to be eliminating the the manual in certain models. Now, I was forced to go and look this up. Again, you can't take everyone's word for it. And then realize that he was accurate in expressing that the DCT in the manual would resume in the Tour Pack for 2023, the touring model. But the standard is now going to be limited to just the DCT. Now, I am continuously asked as I visit different dealerships and so forth. I'm going to take the back roads here as I'm going around to the Walmart area, but just so we can have this conversation and give you guys a little bit of a scenic view here of what we are exposed to on these roads here of Lake City. But yeah, the manual not being available in some of the other models. Now, for a lot of you folks out there, I know that's not a concern. The majority of the people that I meet are Honda Goldwing DCT owners. And it makes sense. I always say in my videos, I'm not the typical Honda Goldwing rider. I'm going to be on this bike for probably about 5 hours tomorrow, and that is going to Orlando, running some errands, visiting some friends while I'm there, and by the nighttime, I'll be back home. But a limit of probably about 5 hours both ways. I don't do a lot of overnight commuting. I don't travel but so far on the bike. The seat is never a concern when it comes to the discomfort of the Honda Goldwing standard seat. So I have never looked at upgrading it. My wife did complain about not being comfortable on the back one, so we added a gel seat. But anyway, guys, the manual, and I'm not going to go into details why having that option not available is a concern. You know, one of the things that we love in life, guys, is options. Honda has already limited the color of the 2023 models. I mean, they've been out with some pretty nice colors in the past. The blue, the white. I think now for 2023, we are now down to that ardent red, the color that I'm on here, which really wasn't my first choice of colors, but this was not a new motorcycle. I bought this used, saw it, wife and I fell in love with it. It was the manual version. That's what I was looking for. But there are a few of the folks out there that still love the idea of riding a manual. In one of my comment sections, one guy in the video that I did with DCT versus manual, or why I chose the manual, did express that he's been riding motorcycles all of his life, and he still liked the option of shifting gears. Now, guys, I know everybody that has transformed over to the DCT, we know it's an absolute phenomenal piece of technology. But without getting too in depth with what I've already made videos about, it's still a thrill about learning the fundamentals of riding a motorcycle that I am still on the journey of. I recently got out and I rode an electric bike, and that's the first motorcycle that I rode outside a Honda that will be equivalent to a DCT. Part of this channel, guys, is not only to learn as much about motorcycle riding as I can, but to get out and test ride as many different motorcycles as I can. So being able to do stuff like master that friction zone or motorcycle riding 101 is a big part of what this journey is on riding motorcycles. So not having the option in the future really is a concern, because I am definitely becoming a Honda Goldwing enthusiast. And maybe by the time that they decide to DC, no pun intended, to discontinue the manual, I might just be ready for a DCT. My goal is to get out and do a lot more riding, cover a lot more territory, become, I guess, more of what is typical in the world of Honda Goldwing riders. But at this point, folks, I'm not yet ready to conform, and I am a little bit concerned that we will not have the option going forward. There were some changes made on this motorcycle since the inception of the Gen 6. I'm waiting for Cruise Man Garage to do his conversion of the trunk to see how difficult it is, and to decide whether I'm going to consider that option going forward as I get out and I do more traveling. I don't envision me at this point being one towing a trailer as I'm going to be doing these journeys. But there's a concern about not being able to fit the two helmets in the back of that trunk lid. So that's one of the upgrades that I would consider. But so far on the new 2023s, there haven't been a lot of other changes. The idea that the manual version of the Honda Goldwing might be non-existent is a concern. Want to know what you guys in the comment section think below. I have met on the concourse a gentleman that was waiting for his Honda Goldwing. He was looking forward to having the manual. Met another gentleman that thought about getting the DCT airbag and that little storage area to be in the front of the motorcycle. Didn't quite see the reason at this point for the airbag model. And the kind of riding that I do, guys, having that DCT is just not a priority at this point. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment sections below about Honda getting rid of the manual version of this Goldwing. And I know a lot of you DCT folks out there probably don't have a problem with that, but us folks out here that still want the option of a manual, it is a concern. Anyway, folks, like I always say in my videos, man, you get out in these parking lots, you do these courses, these safety courses, the braking and swerving and merging. Get out and ride, enjoy riding, ride safe. At the end of the day, it's better that you drop your bike on the concourse or in the parking lot than to crash them out there on the streets. Rick's the return rider, out. 2019 Honda Goldwing manual Ruby, and I'm out.